to Contain Yourself.
Woohoo!
I'm Hil.
I'm Sof.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, and we got a YouTube comment that I was looking at recently that was like, I would love it if you guys introduced like what the episode's about in the beginning. But that's kind of the thing here.
We don't know what it's gonna be about.
We don't know.
It's up to Lady Fortune.
Absolutely, Mrs. Benedict does rule everything.
Because I had named the episode
starting about polycule.
Yeah, I think that this person went into it thinking it was going to be about polycules, and I realized that I am doing, I try to be funny and quirky with the titles and maybe a little quick clickbaity.
Yeah.
And so we, maybe we made fun of polyamory.
We did, and unfortunately, I think that maybe what this person's comment was about. I think they were looking for a safe place for polyamory, and we didn't exactly give them that.
And it's, we are a safe place for polyamory. At least if you're,
if you ethical polyamory, we're in a safe place for that.
Yeah, we won't participate.
Yeah,
but you and all of your partners can join us.
Everyone, if you have a polycule, come and tune in, see what we have to say. Maybe some of you will like it, some of you don't. But here's the thing. Nobody's off limits to tell a little joke about, okay? Yeah. So you guys know that there are some people that represent your polycules maybe in a strange way, and we're gonna joke about it.
Yeah.
But it's with love. And
Lord knows that the people we've joked about the most are cis straight men. So.
Yes, okay, and that laid into. And so, I mean, we really even we've barely scratched the surface, so, what we could do. But, however, that's our main target.
Yeah, that's first on the list.
Yeah. How was your week?
My week was good. I low-key fainted yesterday.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I work a job that involves heavy costumes and wigs and dancing, and as you know, it was like 90-ish degrees or something yesterday. Yeah. And I was like sitting on my heels for a game, and then I stood up really quickly. I also hadn't eaten in like 8 hours. That's not me trying to be like that. No, don't call Bella Hadid.
Please don't call
Bella Hadid. It was truly, I ran out of time because I scheduled something a little too close to the time that I needed to be going to my work event. Yeah. This event I was working, and so I ran out of time. I was like, I can do it. It's fine. I'll be out of here an hour and a half, and then I'll eat. Mm-hmm. And I will say, I stood up and I kind of just went, this has never happened to me before. I have never come close to fainting or passing out. And I kind of just I started to stand up, and immediately I was like, ugh. And then my vision went a little hazy, and I just sat back down.
Yes.
I just kind of sunk back down.
Yeah.
And no one really noticed.
Good. I cannot tell you the amount of times I've almost passed out / kind of blacked out.
Damn.
I used to be the pass out queen.
I always wanted to.
No, it's not very fun.
When I was a kid, I was
oh. It's it's the drama.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's theater.
I just had attention. I was a knee brace girl,
Girl, we were both knee brace girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wore a knee brace to the beach one time. It does.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, we were knee brace girls. You look at us, and you know that we were knee brace girls.
Yeah.
Okay?
Listen to a song for 5 minutes, you can figure it out.
You're like, these girls did what they had to do to get attention.
Yeah. I will say, I felt pretty fine. I kind of just got some water, stayed sitting down for a while. Luckily, I was working with other people, and they were able to help make sure that I was sitting in shade and getting some rest, and I felt fine. I got fruit from they had a vendor selling
like a fruit vendor kind of.
Yeah. And I got some as well as the other people working, and we were eating it as we were leaving, and then I ate the whole thing to get some sugar in me.
Yeah.
It tasted real good. It was very refreshing. And then I was like, I forget which fruits are affected by the diarrhea parasite.
Well, the good thing is that a lot of those fruit carts and a lot of vendors are local.
Yes, and they also definitely local, and also I think everything I ate had peels that were taken off.
Yeah. So
it was mango, pineapple.
Yeah, full solid fruits that you peel or cut the rind. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't Taylor Farms lettuce.
No.
So it's like, yeah, but I was like, because I now know like pretty much, because since Taylor Farms supplies and now we're unveiling serious issues with the food supply market and regulations surrounding it, but Taylor Farms supplies so much lettuce to so many places that it's like, just avoid it. Just avoid lettuce. Avoid leafy greens right now. Yeah. And I have been doing that, and I have been avoiding berries. Same. But then I was just like, in my state, I was like, because I was hot, I was dehydrated.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I was like, and then I was like,
hold on.
Am I about to am I about to poop for the next
DD mega doo-doo?
Am I about to DD mega doo-doo?
Maybe. Well, who knows? Well, the thing is that
all the people at that party are gonna be.
The people at the party are going to DD mega doo-doo.
Yeah, we're all just together.
Yeah. Okay. And everybody, stop joking that you want the parasite. I'm gonna be honest. You people need to stop joking that you want the parasite.
It's not funny.
It's not funny. It's annoying, and it's like this weird. It's the Ozempic-demic at play. Okay.
Yeah.
You people act like you want this. If you already wanted this, if you wanted to DD mega doo-doo in your pants for a week, there are already ways that you would have been doing it. You don't want to. So stop saying that you don't want to. Or stop saying that you do want to. You don't want to do-do. You don't want to do that, though.
You don't want to do that, though.
You don't want to do that, though. Stop it.
You don't want to do.
You don't want to do.
You don't want to do the do, though.
No, you don't. I think every single person that has had cyclospora will probably say there's nothing funny about it, okay? I'm terrified of it. I have been avoiding produce. You guys, my stomach hurts now because I'm like, well, I'm not eating any like, I love fruits and vegetables. Yeah. I eat them every day, and now I'm like,
well, I think it's all like, yeah, it sucks.
It sucks. But there's a way to try and eat cooked. Everybody, you gotta start blanching your vegetables. You learn how to blanch. Yeah. You put it in that hot water.
I'm Korean.
Oh, yeah.
We blanch everything.
We Blanche City.
Blanche City.
I went to Blanche City, and Hil was there.
Yeah. You went to Korea.
You and Korea were there, okay? Yeah. Blanching. You take hot boiling water. A quick lesson on blanching. Hot boiling water. Sometimes put salt in the water.
Oh, I do.
Starts that flavor going, okay? You put it just like a minute in that water. Ice bath after. It keeps the color, keeps the crispness. Boom, you can eat your veggies now like normal. Yeah. Cooking lesson, call me Rachel Ray.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is, I'm scared. We are scared of Cornova. Like, we are scared of cyclospora.
Yeah. Well, it's like with the whole oh, I hope we get it or whatever. I feel like it's like, it's kind of like how if you when your anxiety gets so bad or you're going through something and your appetite goes away, and then the people who joke that they wish I would have them. And it's like, oh, I feel weak all the time, actually.
Yeah, it's like I actually feel weak in my stomach.
And I try to eat like a piece of toast, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, there's nothing funny about losing your appetite. There's nothing quirky and silly about, oh my god, I wish I could lose my appetite, lose 10 pounds, honey. No, there's nothing funny about that. There's nothing cool about that. It's weird. It's ED culture. I don't find it funny. Like, it's not funny to me at all. And I joke about everything. Yeah. But I think it's also like, as people that have been very affected and impacted by disordered relationships with food, it's like, girl, we don't want to go there.
And it's like, I'm not saying you can't make those jokes. Like, it's well within your rights, but it's not funny.
No, it's not funny. You can make an unfunny joke. Everyone's allowed to. Yeah. But I'm also allowed to be like, that's not funny.
Yeah.
Deal with it. Yeah.
Let's hear you like this.
Yeah, I'll be like, exactly. Yeah, unfunny jokes, tell them. Do whatever you want. Say the most offensive thing you want. But freedom of speech is not freedom of consequences. Yeah. And the consequence is that I don't really rock with you anymore.
Yeah, it's like, while maybe certain legal consequences. Yeah. Within reason.
Within reason,
If you yell fire in a theater, of course. There are exceptions. Mm-hmm. But also it's like, you might not go to jail, but I won't like you.
Yeah. And so it's like, what are you willing to risk? People enjoying your presence and liking having you around because you're a positive, fun person, or just people not really messing with your vibe. Yeah. I want people to mess with my vibe. I want to provide, But
yeah, big fan of when people mess with my vibe.
Big fan, huge, love pink. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's very much like that.
Yeah. So I fainted a little bit, kind of. Yeah, I'm fine though. And then my week was pretty good. Just busy.
Yeah.
Busy beat. My AC.
Yeah.
She's off.
She's off. She's just making her presence known.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, how was your week?
It was good. I saw, did you watch Real Housewives?
No, I haven't seen it.
Well, I, yesterday, saw Erica Jane of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills fame, DJ at the Abbey.
So fun.
Because my friend was like, Erica Jane is DJing at the Abbey tonight, we're going. And I was like, you don't have to tell me again. And I don't go to the Abbey, okay? I'm so sorry, Lisa Rinna, that I went to the Abbey, okay? At the Abbey, for those of you that know nothing about West Hollywood, it's like the most famous, the most frequented club.
The Pink Pony Club.
It's the Pink Pony Club. It's what the Pink Pony Club was written after. Because it's the most popular, hyped up club in WeHo. And the thing is that the club that gets the most people is also gonna get the most incidents of things that have happened. There's a lot of things about, you know, things slipping in people's drinks from club goers and bartenders, which happens in a lot of clubs, not just at the Abbey. That's a big thing in a lot of different clubs. But you don't drink from the Abbey. You go there and you say, I'm gonna see even a water bottle. Even something as simple as a water bottle, you say, can I get a water bottle closed, okay? You don't mess around, or you don't order anything at all. But the only reason you go to the Abbey is if there's like a DJ or a performance or something you really want to see. That's my advice as somebody who has been to the Abbey. And next time I'm going, if I can catch you on a night when you're not doing something else, or like working or whatever, Jesus, this woman.
Well, it's funny too, because it's like, I was like, I feel like for so long I was the one who was going clubbing and then you weren't. And now you're going clubbing and now I'm doing some random stuff. I'm going to like an improv show. You also going to improv shows.
Yeah, but no. I was lame sauce for a long time.
It's like when you're in a relationship.
But also it's just like when you're depressed. Like, I was just, like, depressed. I was like, yeah, I think I'm turning into an introvert. Girl, you're not an introvert. You're sad. Like, that was not my natural state. And I didn't realize that I was, like, falling into depression again. Because I thought I had kind of, like, beaten it. I also think that COVID did a number on my ability to go out into crowds. Because I've had many an anxiety attack in a crowd. Like, concerts, music festival. There was a long time where I'm like, I cannot be there. I can't do it.
I will say at concerts where it's kind of like, you know, like general, like there's no seats or whatever. Like I'm never gonna be the people that are like waiting at barricade. For one thing, I need to pee so soon before the concert starts because I have the bladder of like a kitten. Yeah. And so like I also have pee anxiety, so it's like I cannot sit there for 2 hours before the set starts. Like it's just not in the cards for me. Because I will get up and go and then people aren't going to let me back in and then I'll be away from my friends. But also, like, I don't like when people push me.
No, I hate that.
And I do
not touch me. Yeah. Oh my God, are you the friend that's like, what the? I love that.
And it's like, you know me, I'm not like
You're not. That's actually really shocked because I've never seen you in that environment.
I'll probably just like say something to me like, oh my God, this person keeps pushing me.
Oh my God, I love that. I love that because I also, in the moment, I get really nervous when I'm with the friend that goes like, oh my God, can people stop elbowing? This is so annoying that people keep pushing me and you're clearly talking about someone. I get so nervous.
I think one time someone repeatedly was like pushing me and I literally went, hi, I'm here.
I love that because I'm not like that. Like if people start pushing me, I'm just like this. I'll like start to shut down, and that's so not me.
It takes me a minute to get like you have to. I'd have to be like noticeably pushed, like 3 times because I understand one time you might not realize that people are as close to you as they are. Of course, you might not realize it's close quarters, but like after 3 times, like it's like. I can comment. Yeah. It's like that, and then like driving, I don't ever I have rolled down the window to flip someone off once. I've never like shouted at people.
Yeah.
I definitely like through to windshield be like that.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like I honestly, when I rolled down the window like last week and flipped someone off, and I was like, I actually need to remember that people kill over road rage.
I'm playing with my life right now.
Yeah, like I need to relax. Like, yes, they cut me off and then immediately braked and I almost hit them, and then because they like basically brake checked me, and then the person behind me almost hit me, and it really pissed me off. But at the same time, they are now driving away. Yeah, and I can too. Yeah, but I'll be in my car and I'll be like screaming. I get really nervous about it because I have the heart for road rage. Like, I have the inclination, it's in me, and it's I'm like, I can't fight it. It's really hard to fight it, but I have to force myself to, because my grandfather and my father have both been, they both have had guns pulled on them for honking. And not even angry honking, just a little, for just a little light honk. My grandpa got pulled over, I think in like Kentucky or Ohio, like in that kind of border area, because he lived there for a really long time. That's where my mom grew up. He like did a little boop honk. A guy like stopped in front and like got out of the car and held a gun to my grandfather with my mom and her brother and my grandmother all in the car. They were all in the car, and like he was fully held at gunpoint, and he's like, I am so sorry. I was just trying to let you know it turned green. Like, I was not trying to start anything. And then the guy eventually left him alone. My dad got a gun, like threatened at him when he did the same thing. It was the same situation. He was living in Puerto Rico at the time. And then the car like kind of like went next to him, and they were at a stoplight. And the guy pulled out a gun and pointed at my dad. And my dad like leaned his seat back just in case. And like, cause you know, if he were to shoot or whatever, it's like he's safer a little further back. And then the guy was revving his engine, and then my dad was like, well, I gotta rev my engine too. And to like, you know, I don't know why he had to as well. I need to ask him the story a little bit better. I know he'll have a lot to say about me sharing this right now, but like, you didn't tell it right. But he started kind of revving his engine too, and then eventually the guy put the gun down and like drove off or whatever. But it's like, I'm really scared of that's terrifying.
Honking. Yeah. I really only honk when someone has done something so incredibly dangerous right in front of me, and I believe that they don't even know that they just did it. Because sometimes it's like, dude, pay attention. Or if I like see someone like on their phone and they're making a bunch of mistakes, stop texting and driving. Everyone was texting and driving on my way here today. Yeah. I was so pissed. But I always have to remember, like, your life and your safety is number one.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. That's why I'll almost always contain it.
Yeah.
Like, it really is the one time I flipped someone off, and then also in the windshield.
Yeah,
like,
I always
just this is with my windows up, just looking like, yeah, idiot, blah blah blah. But yeah, I do honk like with like the light and stuff, and then also like if someone is like literally about to hit me, like
like, that is
when
like,
cars
oh
are
my
like
god,
about to
I'm
back
right
up
here.
And you're like, guys. But also I get really sad when a girl flips me off for doing something that like was honestly an honest mistake.
Yeah, I get really sad when people flip me off for an honest mistake. But a girl specifically, that hurts my feelings.
A girl,
it's like girl to girl. Like you're not supposed to flip me off. We're both girls.
Yeah, the person I flipped off was a man.
Yeah,
was like
I believe in that. Man. I believe in doing that.
Or sometimes I'll be in my car like, idiot, what's wrong with you, blah blah blah. And then it's like an old person. And
you know what? I do think too many people are driving a little too old into their life, and it's okay.
Yeah.
Should we spin-a-huh?
Let's spin-a-huh. Hey, spin-a-huh. Hey,
we added nakedness. So you'll see what that truly means if we land on it.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go up, you go down?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Yay!
She's really going. Yeah. She's greased up.
She's got a lot of fire in her.
Yes. Why is everybody a baby?
This is your topic, so I don't even...
This is my topic,
really
and I did not explain it, and I was like, I'm not explaining to you what this means because I need to talk about this. Okay. why is everybody a baby? AKA the infantilization of not only ourselves, but of everyone around us. I think, and this kind of goes into like ED culture, Ozempic, wanting to be smaller, wanting to take up less space. There is a really weird obsession with like everybody trying to look like infantile. I felt this way when I first saw people wearing bloomers. It made me really uncomfortable. I'm not talking about the shorts that are like a slight bloomer style. I'm talking about the shorts and like almost underwear-ish things that legitimately look like a baby diaper that people are wearing, full-grown adults are wearing. And it makes me feel really uncomfortable.
I do have a counterpoint.
Okay.
I will say, those bloomers, because it's funny, I have worn those for work a lot. So I do have several pairs. And what I will say is that they are sort of like reminiscent of what people have, like what women have been wearing underneath like dance costumes for a long time. And I do think that there is a certain association with children, which that's where it comes in. But it's like, I do think that like it like there are people who are wearing those because it's like that's like in line with like, it's like kind of like the same thing as like wearing like, I think of it similarly as like when you see people wearing like a fluffy petticoat underneath like their skirts and stuff, and it's like that also is kind of something that like might be associated with children, but like is not inherently associated with children. And I feel like, so it's like there's people who are wearing it simply because like of its function and like aesthetic within that, and then there's people who are wearing it because they want to come off a certain way. I saw Olivia Rodrigo in an interview. She was talking about how a lot of people felt like one of the outfits she wore in the Drop Dead music video, it was a baby doll dress. And
I saw the conversation about that.
And I think people were like saying that like she was like kind of like infantilizing and also sexualizing herself. And when she like I'm gonna butcher her response, and I want to like show it to you later so that like you can like hear what she truly said, because I think she like framed it so well. But it was basically just like about like the way women's clothing choices are policed, and how like she was wearing this dress and like people were placing like an intention on her, but it's like at the end of the day, like it's an adult dress that she is wearing. I don't know, like I think that there's something about like people seeing it and being like, oh, like she's trying to be sexy by dressing like a baby, and like she was like, I was actually just wearing a style of dress that's like been worn for a long time.
What's interesting is that I saw all of that controversy and I was like, I see what people are saying about the like infantilization and like sexualization within that, and I actually didn't really get that vibe from that. I feel like my thing with the whole bloomer thing is more when it's paired with an entire aesthetic of like everything is like a baby. When it's like a full-blown, it's like the aesthetic paired with a certain behavior attached to it. Because to me, like, Olivia Rodrigo is not trying to present herself as very young and like, I'm just young and innocent, when it's like, well, now she's an adult woman. You know, like, she doesn't put on this persona. I'm kind of, okay, and maybe some of the fans will be annoyed at me, I'm kind of talking about like a Melanie Martinez kind of a vibe. Where it is like full-blown, like baby pacifiers, songs.
Pacifiers are crazy.
Pacifiers, she has a song called Pacify Her. She has a whole album called Cry Baby. All of it is being a baby. And she had a whole album and artwork and stuff that was called like Kindergarten or something. The entire thing is about being a baby, and like how people frame it. with specifically Melanie Martinez, is they frame it around like she's kind of unpacking childhood trauma through this and through artwork about it. And it's like, you know, there is controversial artwork is valid as well, and like there's definitely a space for it, but it's like this whole, what happens when you're critiquing something but then you become the very thing that you originally aimed to critique.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of like she has songs with like Alphabet Boy, and there's like baby noises in it. She like does like baby stuff.
Dang.
But it's like there is an inherent kind of like sexuality with a lot of the things that she does. And I'm not even talking about her own personal controversies.
Yeah, I was gonna
of
say,
her
like,
literally being an abuser and like
yeah,
but
I don't know much about her because like
she got canceled, and then it was and then it was a lot of back and forth with like, no, that person's lying, and then yes, it is true, whatever. I honestly don't care enough, and I'm not a big enough fan to really like have any significance, but I did like her music in high school. But then looking back at it, I'm like, this is weird. That I feel like I was priming myself to almost want to be more infantile for like a certain behavior. And I think it contributes to a larger issue where women are forced to want to seem younger and to play into this like baby aesthetic for a really long time, or else you are thrown out and you're like decrepit when you're not a literal baby.
Yeah.
Like, I think it contributes to a lot of like abuse of actual children because of it. I think it primes people to think that, well, I'm getting controversial, to believe that an attraction to a young person or a prepubescent person becomes normalized in your brain when you start seeing adult women as babies and as young and small and frail and malleable personalities and doesn't speak unless spoken to. When we have infantilized women and we have no space for adult grown women that, you know, look more to what you think of when you think womanly, whatever that means to you, when you make that thing that is undesirable, but a small body who's frail and quiet and meek and acts like a baby, that becomes womanhood, then what's the difference between desiring that and then thinking it's okay to actually desire people that it's not okay to desire?
Yeah.
I think it blurs a line and it normalizes those behaviors.
Yeah. I see in like straight relationships, like the way like they will talk about like their roles within those relationships, and it's not everyone. And I also will say that like for a lot of it, I do think it's kind of like a symptom of a problem. Like it's like I don't think any like individual woman who's framing it like this is like to blame. Like I think that it's just like, unfortunately, it's kind of like how we've been like socialized. But there's a trend where it's like I literally think it's like the sound is like a child talking, and it's a guy following, like he's following his girlfriend with a 0.5 lens, so she looks really tiny, and then like putting his hand on her head and like moving her around while she pretends to be yapping. And it's like the caption's like, oh, like I yap and then he like makes sure that I don't get lost or something like that. And just like that, it really does posit it as like a child and parent, which is weird.
Yeah.
When you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
And I think that like, I don't know, it's like, I don't know.
The relationship dynamic thing is a huge, why is everybody a baby for me?
Yeah.
That is like a huge, and that was honestly like another one of the main things that I was thinking coming up with that topic, because it's like, there is a weird, if you hear not all, but some straight men talking about their things that they desire in a woman, a lot of those things are the same things that you would say to, you know, what you want your child to be. Of like, oh, I like a woman who like knows her place, serves me, knows her role, who is really short. The obsession, not talking about just you know, casual preferences, but the obsession with a very short woman, you know, with a small frame, and somebody who doesn't speak unless spoken to, doesn't talk back, doesn't, you know, isn't too loud about her opinions. These are a lot of traits that people desire in a partner. Typically, like a straight guy would desire that in a woman. Not saying it can't happen in any sort of combination of partners, but that's just, I've noticed it. And it is something that's, I find really troubling, that instead of desiring somebody who's independent and free to express themselves in however way they want to, it's always framed in like, what ways you can serve me, as if it's like a way that a parent is speaking about a child, which I'm not saying that's a healthy parent-child dynamic of like serving your parent, whatever, that is a whole different conversation. But it is this weird, like, how can you make me feel big and strong and important so that I can feel like I can guide you? I just unlocked another reason why I think I know the answer why. But I don't know if the people are ready to hear it. Because the answer is Abrahamic religion.
And not just Abrahamic.
No, not just Abrahamic, but I just know most about Abrahamic religion.
Yeah, because Confucian.
Oh, no. That's crazy. I'm not calling Confucianism crazy, but the very specific thing that you're talking about, like that's a crazy thing.
It, like, having learned about like Korean history, Korea actually like had a lot more gender equality than a lot of civilizations before the introduction of Confucian religion. And like specifically like that's one of the things that has remained, is that like women keep their last names, they don't take their husbands. And I mean, granted, like that's like there are lots of cultures like that, but that is something that has remained, and it's why I will keep my last name, and like why my mom kept hers. But also like there is a lot of gender inequality in South Korea right now, and like the that's why you have like the 4Bs movement, which is like very famous and everything. And it like I think it's funny too, because I think that people have this idea of Korea and Japan specifically as being like very safe places for women, or like where like men don't sexualize or abuse women, and that is very far from the truth. In fact, like upskirting photos is so bad in Japan that now phones have to make a sound when you take a picture, because like on the subway specifically. And like you do have femicide, you have abuse in marital relationships, you have like all of these things, they all exist. You have like wage gaps and stuff like that. And I think the reason why people have this idea comes from the desexualization of Asian people, and specifically Asian men, where in the emasculation of Asian men. Where it's like, oh, like of course they're not doing stuff like that, because like, they don't have sexuality.
There's no sexuality
like, and put on them. And it's like, no, of course they do. And also like there's the bad side of it too. You know what I mean? But
I also think that specifically talking about Korea and Japan, those are two countries that have done a really impeccable job at marketing with like their media output. Like if we look at Japan, for example, with like, everyone forgets about all the atrocities that Japan did and all the inequality in Japanese society.
Is crazy.
Because of anime.
Specifically, like as a Korean woman, it's like, it's well known like the sexual crimes of Japanese men against Korean women.
And then it's like, well, why aren't we talking about it? Because it's like now you have a lot of people that obsess over Japanese culture but it's like obsessing over Japanese media output and being like, you know, no hate on the anime loving community. I've watched plenty of anime in my life, but it's like you have like the intro of like weeb culture and like otakus and like people that are very into anime and illustration and art and like food from Japan. And Japan has done a really great job rebranding, because Japan was at one time public enemy #1 of much of the world for valid reason, because of the atrocities they've done. So then it's like they did a complete 180 switch, and so people do not think of it as a society that could possibly be as backwards as our society, because, well, they have all this cool stuff. It's like, no, cool stuff doesn't make up for like violent crimes against women. And I think it's interesting also, like, speaking of Japan, because they do have like a very unique, I would maybe not say unique, but a very like specific babyifying of a lot of things as well, that I'm like, I don't know if I'm educated enough to talk about it, educated enough in Japanese culture to talk about it, but I do think it's interesting how a lot of the anime girls in a lot of the shows that are literally children in anime, then they get drawn in a very specific weird way to like sexualize them. And it's like, at the end of the day, men are going to sexualize women everywhere. And we have to remember that. Even in your favorite TV show.
Yeah, I honestly don't watch enough anime to be able to like talk about that. But in fact, like, I've really only seen one.
Yeah.
It was Yuri on Ice.
Yuri on Ice is not going to be a good example of what I'm talking about at all.
I was like, I didn't notice that one. But...
No, I'm talking about specifically, people, anime watchers will know what I'm talking about, but the sexualization of Nezuko, one of the characters from Demon Slayer. She is literally a young girl, but she ages up and ages down. It has significance in like her, because she's like a demon that like, you know, is protected by a lot of the non-demons and like the demon hunters, but it's a whole thing. I'm not gonna explain it because I'm sure an otaku's gonna get mad at me in the comments for not explaining it right. I'm sorry.
Oh, is that where Megan Thee Stallion got the name for herself?
Yeah, that's like an anime lover is otaku.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure. Because weeb is like you want to be Japanese, but like otaku is, I think, slightly more of like, I know I'm not Japanese, I just enjoy it. Which is no hate, like what you like the media. I have consumed so much anime, but Nezuko specifically, like, they'll age her up and then age her down. They'll make her very womanly in the body and then all of a sudden make her an infant, and like a little bit, not an infant, but like a young toddler. And depending on like if she's weak or if she's strong, in like her demon power. And there's a lot of conversation about people over-sexualizing Nezuko, because at the end of the day, she's a young girl.
Yeah.
Like, all of these characters are children. Most of the characters on that show are children, the main ones. And so it's like, well, where's the line? Because this feels creepy, and it feels like there's this weird lens we're looking at a literal young girl. We're I don't know. It just, it gives me this icky feeling in my stomach when I see people like obsessing over Nezuko too much. I'm like, now I know why I like Nezuko, because she's sick and she's a cool fighter, but why do you like her? I don't know. It gives me pause.
Yeah. It's hard too, because I think like in general, like in the same way where like Asian men are desexualized, it's like Asian women are infantilized.
Infantilized and hypersexualized.
Yes,
through infantilization.
But they're hypersexualized in the way where it's like them seemingly not knowing anything about sex is sexy.
And that is the rub.
Yeah.
That is the problem. We're not looking at a sexualization of women that are seen as more grown and womanly, which is a valid problem and is a whole separate critique. But we're seeing a unique sexualization of the babiness, of the like, of the lack of knowledge about anything like that. The ignorance is
and that's like placed on them. It's not
it's not their fault.
True.
Yeah.
Like, because it's, you know, still women.
Society
still
be
understand things.
Yeah.
But yeah. I also, speaking of Megan Thee Stallion, I think that she is like such a great example of like someone who's not a baby. Like, you know, like,
she is fighting being a baby. Okay, and she is not a baby.
And as a taller than average girl, I really do love like when she came on the scene and was like, I'm a stallion.
I was like, I have a word for myself now.
Yeah.
I've never had a proper word for myself. I was like, well, I'm like a tall girl, because before it was like Amazon woman was the thing. But it's like when you think of Amazon woman, I'm like, well, I mean, I'm not like 6'5". I'm like, I could be. No, love 6'5" baddie, love.
It's funny being tall but not being like 5'10" plus.
Yeah, I'm like we're tall. We're both like I'm 5'8" and Hill's 5'9", but
I swear to God we are the same height.
My mom noticed. She goes, I think Hill's taller than you.
Well, all my friends say that you are the same height. I swear to God.
Okay, well, we're about the same height. We're between 5'8" and 5'9", I don't know where. Somewhere
I'm about 5'8" and a half.
Yes. I always thought I was 5'9", and I measured myself and I was like 5'8", 5'8" and a half. I'm like, okay, well now what? But, okay, we're 5'8" and a half, the average, whatever that means. And so we're not like, you know, wildly tall, but we're also not like Gumby tall. Like we're not like, I mean, I'm as I say this as I'm flopping my lanky hand, like I am lanky in some ways, but I'm not like super like skinny mini tall. Like I'm not, who's like Zendaya. Mm-hmm. You know, Zendaya's tall and she like looks like a tall person, but I think I am just kind of like sized up from maybe like a really short person. Everyone tells me that I don't seem tall. When they see a picture of me or a video of me, they're like, you don't seem tall. You met me in person.
I met you in person.
Yeah.
But I was like, I honestly think I thought you were like much taller than me. Like I thought you had a solid 2 inches on me.
When people meet me in person, they think I'm taller. Well, that was also a time of mine when I was wearing a lot of platformed boots and things like that. But I think there are some people that like appear tall, even like on camera, in picture, whatever, they're always tall. I've had so many people be like, I thought you were gonna be really short. When I first met you, I was like, I give short energy? I was really confused about that.
Yeah, I've gotten both. People have told me they thought I'd be taller and they thought I would be shorter.
Yeah, I don't know what perception, because I always just thought of you as somebody who's about my height. Yeah. Because we met in person, so I feel like it's kind of...
Yeah.
But I think that with Megan, it's like, wow, finally, like, now there's vocabulary for, like, a woman who, you know...
And it's also, like, the way, like, she sings a lot about, like, being, like, self-sufficient.
Yes.
Being, like, specifically financially independent, but also other kinds of independent, too. Yeah. And it's, like, that, like, yeah, like, she's not making, like, and even if she talks about, like, being... Like if she talks about like the men in her life or whatever, like she makes it very clear she has power, and agency, and I love that. I love that, and and you know, now all that wifey is dead.
I know, literally, I was like, Megan, it's such perfect timing. Yeah. I love her, and I can get emotional thinking about Megan Thee Stallion. She literally like makes me feel so much better about being a woman that takes up space. Yeah. Like, yeah, I'm a woman I'm a grown adult. I take up space. I say what I want. I laugh when I want. I can contain multitudes. I can love this. I can nerd out because she's so dorky, and in the best way. Like, she nerds out about like cute little things that she loves, but she's also just like a strong, independent woman, and she can be all of those things at once. And she can be, because the thing is like, she is very like, she is a soft soul. She is a tender-hearted person.
Yeah,
And I think she is, just by virtue of being herself, she is fighting so many different things. Like, she is going against so many different perceptions of what it means to be like a female rapper, first of all, what it means to be like I don't know how old she is, 20-something, 30-something-year-old woman, what it means to...
I think she's like 28.
28, yeah, she's like
20,
late 20, yeah. Like, she is just setting like a really amazing example of...
Oh, she's 31.
31, okay, or 30.
I thought she was 28.
No, but, well, she has a baby face. Like, that's the thing, is she really does have such a young face, but she is just like...
she doesn't have a baby.
Not a baby, oh, what am I... Why is everybody a baby?
You know, it's a symptom.
Get me out of here. No, but she has a very sweet face. Maybe not, let me not say baby face, but she has a very like sweet face. She doesn't like, and I think it's because it's a symptom of the system, because I'm like, she's a sweet, like, tender-hearted woman, baby face. You see how I did it? Yeah. I'm like, I instantly associated with baby. She's not baby at all. She's a grown woman, but women contain multitudes. Women can be whatever they want to be. And I think that's really the point of all of this. If you want to wear a baby doll dress, wear the baby doll dress. That's fine.
Yeah, just like, you know, like, be mindful of why you're wearing it, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, is it because, like, truly, like, that you think that this is a nice style, or, like, do you think that it makes you seem a certain way?
Yeah, like, do you want to seem young and infantile and malleable in the brain and, like, easy to deal with? Or do you genuinely just, like, enjoy an aesthetic and just, like, want to be who you want to be? That's cool.
Yeah, like, I don't know, like, I have this outfit that I wore that's, like, it was, like, doll clothes.
Is it the one that you
it's, like,
posted?
red gingham.
I know, I love that.
And I wore it to, like, the American Girl store.
Yeah.
I was like, this looks like a doll outfit. And I was asking my friend before, because the skirt, it's honestly, it's a little short just because I have long legs. Yeah. Like, it's like one of those things where, like, everything's covered. It has shorts underneath. Like, everything is covered. Yeah. But I was a little like, should I not wear this to the American Girl Cafe? Because this is something that is for children. And, like, you know, like, I don't know, like, this is, like, a little bit of a short skirt. Yeah. But, it, like, she was like, honestly, like, it just looks like you have long legs. Like,
yeah, you can't fight the long legs.
And I wasn't going to be, like, bending over in front of, you know, like, I was just, like, going to be, like, eating my little breakfast next to Samantha.
That's so amazing. I'm like, that's amazing. I know more about American Girl dolls than you do, genius. I love that video. But that outfit is a perfect example of, like, it is clear you're not trying to be a baby.
I don't want people to look at it. I want, like, I think, like, to me, one thing, I love gingham.
Yeah, love gingham.
And I love the silhouette of it. I just think it's, I don't know.
It was cutesy. That's a perfect example of, like, a cutesy thing. But it's clear that, like, you're an adult woman who is not trying to be a baby. Now, if you brought a pacifier with you, then maybe...
And if I, like, pose in a certain way.
Yeah, and, like, it's definitely, it's the 0.5 pictures from right here that freak me out a little bit. So, depending.
All the time.
No. But you're not doing them to look like a baby. It's when people are doing it trying to look like a baby. There's a very specific aesthetic, and it's paired with, like, the pacifiers and the, like, children's toys. Girl, and I have many stuffed animals, okay? Yeah. I have a whole giant, like, IKEA bag full of stuffed animals. Like, I enjoy a cutesy thing, but it's a combination of everything.
Yeah, I think it's like, it really comes down to intention.
It's intention, it's like consciously consuming, right?
Yeah, it's also like, if you're wearing a baby outfit but the purpose is because you think it's funny, like you're trying to be funny, that's one thing too.
Yeah, that's like, then it serves a different purpose too.
Like, the TikToks where people, like, would be pretending like they have someone.
Sing
like
to me, sing.
Yeah. Like, it's like, no one's watching that, and you're not doing that being like, this is gonna be so hot.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, truly, like, people are just like
this is funny,
doing some weird stuff.
Yeah. A big example of a TikTok trend that did freak me out. You remember the small potato thing?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it, like, freaks me out. People, like, I don't even want to do it because I don't want to. It's bait. I can't. That trend, if you haven't seen it, just look up. Maybe don't. I don't know. It's just people, grown women, acting like babies, and I'm not placing the blame on the individual women. It is, and throughout all of this, and because I don't want anyone misconstruing what we're saying, but it's like throughout all of this, it is a symptom of a greater issue.
It's something to think about, like, I think it's just, like, it really comes down to how we're treating women of all ages.
Yes.
Because women of all ages are
victimized.
Yeah, like, at the end of the day, like, it hurts women of all ages.
Yeah, it does. It hurts adult women because now we're all suffering under, like, certain expectations that the patriarchy has for us and what it means to be, like, a good woman and whatever. It harms children because then it puts this weird sexualization onto children, which is weird and for obvious reasons. But it's like, it helps nobody. Like, the structure of infantilization put onto people is harmful in countless ways. And I think, I mean, it's no coincidence that I think a lot of infantilization is happening, as well as, like, finding out about Diddy, finding out about Epstein, finding out about a lot of things that are major. These are the perpetrators, right? This is the system. And who set that system up? That's the system.
One of our good friends, Gabriella Weltman, Gabby Weltman, you can find her on TikTok and Instagram. She's a comedian.
Yup.
And she has, and I think it's posted on her TikTok, but she has a comic bit about like kind of like the sexualization of like girls, and like specifically talks about like Victoria's Secret and how like the founder was very good friends with Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
And when you think of like Victoria's Secret and the way it's like all the aesthetics of it and stuff like that, like it's like like
pink.
It's weird.
It's marketed toward young
like,
girls.
Yeah, like it's like little candy like hearts on a bra and stuff like that. It's like a little.
Yeah. And why does all the perfume smell like candy?
And Gabby talks about that.
Yeah. It's love Gabby. It really is like.
Although I gotta say, I love a body mist. Sorry.
Oh no! Love a body mist. I have a Bath and Body Works one right now in my bathroom. I use it every time. It's nice on your hair because you don't have to waste a bunch of perfume on the hair. And it sticks to the hair really nicely.
It's also cheaper.
It's cheaper. Are you kidding me? I can't deal with an expensive perfume. But it really is true where it's like there is a marketing to young girls to grow up faster. And then there's a marketing to young women to stop growing up. And it is all to normalize the sexualization of young girls.
Yeah.
All of it works to do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And then it also like, there's an interesting rise of, and I think these people are rage baiting on purpose. I think it is rage bait because they're getting exactly what they want out of this. Of the people who are like, I'm 19 years old and I've, my highest education is high school. I don't have any plans on going to college. I don't have any plans of getting an actual job. I will never work. I have a husband and I plan on having kids this year. Be mad about it. I'm like, listen, do what you want to do, but just know that there is nothing more powerful than your education, and there is nothing more powerful than the ability to be independent.
Yeah.
Because in 25 years, you have no idea whether that marriage is going to be the same.
And I saw a woman edited together 2 videos. One was that girl's video.
Yeah.
And the other one was someone who was, I believe she said she was 37.
Yeah.
And her husband just told her that he's leaving her. After she's been a stay-at-home mom for over a decade.
Yeah.
And she was saying, like, I don't know how I'm going to provide for myself. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know where I'm going to live. Yeah. I can't open up a credit card. Like, I
have nothing now.
Yeah. And it's really terrifying. Yeah. And it's like, like your education and your ability to be financially independent is so important, and also it does not mean that you don't love your partner.
Yeah.
To have those things.
Yeah.
And it's sad. And this, I think honestly, with that girl, and I think it's like, I wouldn't even say it's rage bait. I think she has pride.
She has it's pride.
It's pride, and because I think that like. I think a lot of people think of being married and stuff as like the prize.
Words
like
right out of my mouth.
Yeah, being chosen. And you know, that's not to say that like you shouldn't want to get married. Like,
do your thing.
I think like I hope one day to get married.
Yeah.
But it's like you reaching that life goal at 19, like that's your prerogative, that's your choice. But like you don't need to do all these things in order to reach that life goal. And if someone makes you feel like you need to be financially dependent on them, or you need to give up your education, give up your give up your job, give up your aspirations for them, then they're not the right person for you.
Yes. And this is no shade on anyone that gets married young, has kids young, doesn't work in a relationship and their partner's the breadwinner. That is all fine. It's all very morally neutral. None of it. It's not good. It's not bad. It's neutral. The thing is that it is very dangerous to not have any trade, to not have something that you can do.
And not know how to provide for yourself. Like,
yeah.
Even so much as like not having your own credit score.
Yeah.
Like not having anything that can like, and like Lord knows I don't know much about credit scores.
No.
Like I know that mine's decent. Like mine's pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
But like most of that comes from like just like trying as I go. And, like, with a lot of things, I'm kind of just figuring it out as I go.
Yeah, me too.
Like I found out today, or actually it wasn't today, it was a little bit ago, I still need to take my car to the dealership. The reason why my car is squeaking is because my brake pads are like needing replacement. It's not because I just thought it was something my car was doing.
This girl's car squeaks so loud.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, sometimes my car squeaks too and it's not my brakes. I've gotten them checked so many times.
Well, I think one time it happened and then someone told me that it's because it was cold outside. But then I'm like, it's definitely not cold outside right now. In fact, it's hotter than heck.
Ooh, it's so hot right now.
It's passing out.
Yeah, it's passing out at the gig. That's what it is. Yeah. But we're all learning as we go. We're not perfect. We're figuring it out. Like, everybody is literally just trying their best right now. So it's like, it's not any even specific hate to this girl who was saying it, because I don't want to target anybody. It's not about that at all.
And it's like, I really genuinely hope that, like,
I hope
she has people in her life that are going to help her are going to support her and like everything. And I hope that I hope she's happy. I hope she has a long, happy marriage, and she also has a full life outside of just being a wife as well.
Yeah, because I think you said it perfectly. Like, getting married, it's like it can be a life goal, but like that's not the prize that you win. Just like Also, I mean, this is a separate thing. I feel like I want to put this on the wheel, but it's on the tip of my tongue right now. Like, I would rather be single for the rest of my life than in a so-so relationship. Like, being in a relationship and being married is not a gotcha. Yeah. It's not, because a lot of those women are like, you're saying that, but you're single and I have a man. A man is never a prize. A man has never been a prize. I've never looked at a man as like a prize. And women aren't prizes either. People aren't prizes. Like, having somebody is not a flex. Like, that is not a flex at all. You're just in a relationship. That's neutral. It's fine. But I would rather be single forever than be in a relationship with someone who tells me I can't go to school, who tells me I can't work, not allows me to not work by providing more. That is whatever somebody's prerogative, but says you can't do this, you can't do that. Girl, I would rather be single for the rest of my life. Yeah. Be independent. Independents have the ability to be independent financially, emotionally, spiritually, physically, whatever you feel.
I just found out about brake pads.
Yes. Okay. And Suez, I wouldn't have known if I hadn't previously dated a guy into cars. I would have never known. I know a lot about cars only because I was with someone who loved cars. So it's like, well, I had no choice to learn about them. But, I wouldn't have known. There's a lot that I don't know about, and there's a lot I don't know.
And he's saying that I'm not trying to be like, I don't know anything about cars.
It's just, we're figuring it out.
I'm figuring it out, and it's also just kind of about the person I am. Like, just because, like your partner before is like, was into cars, is into cars, like, I am definitely not. But I have the things that I know about.
Yeah, you got jumper cables. Do you have jumper cables?
I don't.
Okay, you should get them. I just had to jump my car the other day. You should get them.
I have a fire extinguisher in there though.
Amazing!
Yeah.
That's great. I don't. I should get a fire extinguisher. Okay, I'll get a fire extinguisher for my car. You get jumper cables.
And keep it in the front. Don't keep it in the trunk.
Okay.
Because if you really need, like, I have like the center console thing. It's in there.
Okay.
You can get ones that are kind of small.
A small one? Okay.
I wonder if mine is expired. I also have a fire extinguisher over there.
We'll do a check. Okay, this is a little PSA, a little like wee woo, everybody check on your little safety things that you have in your space. Because when you're an independent adult and you're doing life on your own and you're figuring it out and learning things, sometimes you need a little check-in reminder of like, make sure all your safety things are in line.
Yeah.
Because you never know when the lights go out.
Yeah.
That one's for you, Sabina. Yeah. I miss her. Anyways.
Do you have a weekly favorite?
Okay, a weekly favorite. Oh, I had one. Oh, well, I have one and it's a really general one. It's kind of a cop-out, but my friends of all kinds, I've just been really thinking about my friendships like this past week, and I'm just like, ooh, I won't get emotional. I have been really loving spending like amazing quality time with my friends, and I am about to soon in the future I will spend time with a lot more friends like from my hometown as well, and I'm just like feeling really blessed and really excited and happy about quality time with friends, because we take it for granted, okay? But when you really do spend time with your friends, no matter who you are, whatever, and girls in relationships, spend time with your friends. And you may not think that you're neglecting your platonic relationships, you may be. But it's so incredibly important to spend time with your friends. So that is my favorite.
Yeah, it feeds the soul.
Yes.
Yeah. My favorite this week is cold cream.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I started using it as a way to take off my makeup, and then I also will use it as a mask for like 30 minutes, and just nice because it's like, I feel like I've seen people selling masks like this for so expensive, and like cold cream you can get, I mean, lots of different places have it.
Just like Pond's.
I've been using one. It's the brand is Party of You, but I do believe Pond's is more affordable.
They're the general what you think of. Yeah.
Well, and it's like, it's funny because like I remember the TV show The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, my parents are obsessed with it.
She wears it to sleep every night, and I remember being like, oh, like that's so like, I don't know.
It's so like elegant woman.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't. I'm not about to say it makes me feel like Fenty's housewife, because I'm not trying to feel.
No.
It makes me feel like I'm like, I don't even know. Like, it makes me feel like I'm
classy.
like, yeah, and like, it gives me the same vibe as like going to bed in a nightgown.
Yeah,
where it's like, it's not that I like want to seem like I am a housewife or like I'm on Quaaludes or something. But it's like, it's literally like I just like feel like I'm like romanticizing my life a little bit, I guess. Like, or it's like lighting a candle in the shower.
Luxury.
Not in the shower.
Not in the shower. Next to the shower. But it's
like bringing a toaster into the shower.
Exactly. I have it together right now. You know, like putting on cold cream, lighting a little candle when you're by yourself. It's romanticizing your life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, just like it's just finding a little whimsy, bringing a little whimsy back.
Yeah.
Within your skincare.
Well, anytime you ask an older woman who has beautiful, cared for, moisturized skin, you say, what's your secret? And they're like, girl, I use Pond's. And it's like, why is everyone, they're using Noxzema and Pond's? And I'm like,
it also gets makeup off really well. And I, you know, like sometimes like I have to wear false eyelashes, stuff like that, like I'm wearing right now. Yeah. And I often use an oil cleanser, but I also I have acne prone skin, I have oily skin. And so like, I am wondering if cold cream is going to be a little bit less comedogenic.
Yeah, comedogenic.
You know, like I don't know, maybe it would actually be worse, but I'm trying it out. We'll see.
We'll figure it out.
But I've been using it for like a few weeks now, like 3.
And your skin looks really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, my skin's struggling right now, but I gotta, I don't know. I'm trying to heal it. I'm trying something.
Well, you look beautiful.
Thanks. But with that being said,
this was
Contain Yourself.
Thanks for watching.
Yes,
we love you.
Mwah!